Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, May 24th, 2018, getting closer to our big Los Angeles adventure. And also, it's going to give me a chance, yay, to get out of town and avoid a week at least of allergy misery. And I hope you all are having a very good morning today. Defining relationships, and Missy Jen put up uh, clarifying her happiness. And I thought that was a really great video. And I just wanted to reach out and say to all of the friends that we have on YouTube, Missy Jen and I, so many of you, especially in the community, the immediate hangout community, my friends, trans community, whatever, straight community, it's gay community. It was nice to see across the board that there were so many people that really have a high degree of understanding that uh, you pass through certain stages in your life where you move through adolescence and all of a sudden the opposite sex becomes important to you and you start to define yourself in terms of, how is my life going to be now? And sex drive becomes important, and meeting people, and if you're a male, conquest, and if you're a female, kind of holding out for love and holding out for the right person. And you move through stages. You move through a marriage, a courtship, and a marriage stage, and then you move into a whole different stage in your life where your focus is when you have children, that stage when you have children, when your focus begins to pull off of you, and it happens quite suddenly, it begins to pull off of each other in a relationship, and you start to vest a lot of your attention into your children. That's a normal thing, that's a normal course of things. And in the course of that happening and raising children, we change inside. We become a little more independent within ourselves. We understand that our partner doesn't have the time that they used to have to devote to us. And this is more as men look at women, and they sometimes they get frustrated because a young mother has to spend a lot of time with a newborn, and the father tries to be. And I remember handling my kids, and I just had the feeling like, shit, I'm just in the way. I can't even hold the kid, but I sure as heck learned how to change diapers and all that. But that focus becomes on others. You've sort of satisfied your animal needs and things. It does not mean that you don't care about, the romantic, sexual things in life, but you just get older and other things hold sway, and then you have the joy of hopefully seeing your children grow up and be productive members of society. It's a really great feeling. And then at that point in time that you don't move backwards in life. There's no going back. You may have the golden years and you may have a second rekindling, but your relationship is much different. It's much changed than when you first embarked upon, say, your marriage journey 10, 20 years before, right? Well, it's the same way when you're in a relationship and you find yourself getting older and you find yourself with a limited number of years left, and yet you want to take maximum advantage of that, but yet you also happen to be a highly responsible, caring person, and you haven't lost that instinct, that desire to care for others besides yourself, to not put yourself first at the head of the line. And in terms of pursuing my happiness, I always had to weigh out these factors. I've seen so much selfishness within my own community, the trans community, where I've literally seen people walk off and leave their children in pursuit of their transition to get underway, to become the woman that they want to become. And I always shake my head and I wonder and I think to myself, that's all well and good right now, but there's going to come a day when you're really going to regret that you can't really get the toothpaste back in the tube, and you're not going to be able to go back in time and make things right. So when I think of the years ahead now, I have that great feeling of having done things the right way and of having, held off on my transition until I was later of age. Putting those important things in place, caring about other people came first. So when it comes to my defining my happiness, of course, Jen is always an integral part of that future. But moving beyond that sort of romantic love, it does not mean that we don't tell each other that we love each other, because we certainly do a lot on a daily basis. It's just that we were walking along on a layer of ice and kind of kidding ourselves about what we were capable of and what our future might be. And then the ice broke through, and suddenly we found ourselves in not a bad place, a place of recognition that this is what we're capable of. This is what we want to do. This is my dreams. These are my desires. And to integrate them together was a really, really good thing. And the best thing of all, when you're older, you have a certain maturity level that has some flexibility built in it. You don't always have to have everything your way. I got to have it my way. As much as I wanted Jen to be a part of travel and all that, and as much as Jen wanted to be a part of that, we're different people when it comes to how we like to enjoy our time, and to be mature enough to say, you know what? I want you to be happy, so I'm going to make this home as great as it can be for you, as comfortable as it can be for you, so that I, again, in my mind, have that feeling of having taken care of responsibilities. And that just doing that sets you free in a way, knowing that you don't have any regrets, you don't have any gnawing guilt that you haven't done things the right way. Caring about other people, I think, in life is one of the keystones of being happy and having long-term success. It's one of the reasons that I have no fear about facing the future. I have no fear about facing an afterlife eventually one day, if there is to be one, because you can only do what you can do with what you're given. As much as I wish that sometimes I wasn't transgendered, I know that it wasn't a choice for me. It was something that was baked into the cake. The only thing that was different was my coming to grips with the recognition of something that was already there for a very long time, and dealing with that, and hopefully making a success of that. So I guess in a roundabout way, I'm saying clarifying my happiness means taking responsibility for others, ensuring the happiness of others, the well-being and the welfare of others, and continuing to put other people first. I think if more people in my own particular community, had that idea of not me first, but thinking about somebody else first, they might be happier individuals inside and have that fulfillment and meet each day with a smile on their face instead of a grimace. Anyway, my idea, you find happiness where you can. I sure find it where I can. Thanks so much for watching today, and have a beautiful Thursday.